Hello everyone, and welcome back. So, today we are going to be flying the next leg. We obviously did the cross-country last time, so today we are going to be flying from BIRF, which is Rif Airport, to BIPA Patreksfjorour Airport. Now, you probably remember where we are. We came here last time. Not a great landing last time, to be honest, but it wasn't too bad. So, if I show you quickly the route, the plan is to go around the bay rather than straight across, just so we can see a bit more coastline, see something nice and interesting. So that's what we are going to do. I have checked the fuel price, and it's a little bit cheaper at our arrival airport, so we're going to actually just refill there because we've got 10 gallons left, more than enough for this flight, but it won't be enough to continue because we've got quite a long way left to go, so we'll refuel when we get there. So for now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the engine started, and I'm going to get us taxied over to runway 29, which I think it's a runway that goes across. There should be two runways here, I believe. It looks like that's one. Let's just hop up quickly. I don't think I'd class that as a runway, but apparently it is. It's a shorter runway. Yes. Okay, so I think that might be the one we're taking. Anyway, I'll get us lined up, and I'll see you over there. Okay, so we are lined up on the runway, ready to go. Everything is set up. I've got the altimeter set now, the heading is set. We are on full rich, and the lights are on. So, let's take off the parking brakes and roll to full. Let me just get my foot on the pedal a bit. There we go, that's better. So, airspeed alive. Wow, this is bumpy. Really bumpy. 60 knots and rotate. There we go. That was pretty smooth actually. So, we are taking off on the wrong runway in terms of heading and direction, but it's not a big deal, because we'll just circle ourselves back round. Basically, we need to pretty much, we want to turn 360 degrees. We want to be heading east, so we're heading of 90. So we'll start doing that. Notice I'm still on manual control. I am trying to do this a bit more manually this time. I'm not sure how well it's going to work. We'll of course need to trim them in a moment, but it's better to do that when I'm not trying to steer the aircraft, I think. Start pulling ourselves back, and what we're going to do is we're going to follow the coast. There we go. Try not to pull very heavy maneuvers, I think. So let's get that pitch trim set. Okay, so we should now be in a stable climb, stable-ish at least, and we're not going to go flying off. Might need to bring it back down a little, and we'll bring it back down a little. Yes, so we're just going to carry on around the bay. We're going to be cruising today at 4,000. As we're doing the coastal run, there's no need to be particularly high, not like in the previous episode where we wanted to try and save some fuel really. I'm also not going to lean the engine until we actually get to cruising altitude. There's no real need at the moment. There we go. Just get to one of these outside views. Oh look, little coastal village over there. I think, yeah, I did notice we were starting to turn a bit there. Not sure what we've got in the way of wind. I'll have a quick check. Winds are 317 at 7, so we've got a bit of a crosswind component and a bit of a tailwind as well. I'll adjust the heading bug to our current heading. Well, in fact, I'll put it onto 90. Just so that we're on track if we want to put the heading bug on, which I might do. And we're now approaching 4,000, so now would be a good time to start trimming the aircraft back down. Try and achieve some level flight. Seems to be quite a big disparity between me adjusting the trim and the FPM actually updating. So I think what we'll do, put it onto heading, alt mode. Wow, we really did have to trim down a lot then. Okay, so now, leaning time. Let's pull it back, get the throttle back as well. I think we can go back a little bit more. Okay, that looks good. I'm not getting any warning messages from REP about damaging the engine. Fuel flow is nice and low, and the engine gas temp is pretty good. Everything's looking okay here, oil temp and oil pressure. And we are doing pretty good. 000 outside, okay. Pretty cold. But I do already have the pitot heat on, so it's not a big deal. Okay. So let's just check these views, because I do have some views saved. There we go. So I think we will start doing a bit of a time lapse. I will adjust the course as required as we go around, and I will change the views at some point as well. So, see you in a little bit. Okay, so I hope you've been enjoying this new kind of view that I've put in. I'm not sure how it is because it does make the resolution of the ground look a little bit worse when you're viewing it from above, unfortunately. But yeah, it's not too bad. But it's time for us to do a little bit of turning. So we're going to go north for now. In fact, we're going to swing to 33, heading of 330. There we go. And now we're going to do some facts. As always, I've got my wonderful travel guide put together for me by a good friend Bill. Oh, a bit of cloud here as well. Lovely. So, today's facts. The surrounding region, the area we're currently flying through, can be regarded as the setting for most of the Icelandic sagas. The area's landscape, nature and culture reflect this heritage and bring the history to life. West Iceland's strength lies in its natural wonders. Highlights include the Snæfellsjökull National Park, which has black sand beaches and diverse rock formations, beautiful lava caves, the most powerful hot spring in Europe, and beautiful waterfalls such as the highest waterfall in Iceland, Glimmer. Perhaps one of the most spectacular natural wonders is the Langjökull Glacier, which can now be seen from underneath in a man-made ice cave. On boat trips in the wide bay of the Breiðafjörður, visitors are able to see whales and stunning rural islands. Currently we can see absolutely nothing because we're inside. Let's have a look. Yeah, still can't really see much, can we? Hopefully we'll get through this patch of cloud pretty quickly. So, as we just mentioned, the waterfall. Glimmer, Iceland's highest waterfall. The waterfall is located in Botnsdalur Valley. I will try and flash up a picture of where that is, hopefully in relation to us. Leading up to it is a fabulous hiking path that should only be attempted by those not daunted by heights or challenging hikes. Expect 3 to 4 hours of hiking. It can be very difficult to hike there in winter, apparently. And Breiðafjörður, yeah, my amazing work there, has around 3,000 islands, islets and skerries. One of them is Flatey, an island which is really worth visiting. We'll come back to that on another flight. And the lava field waterfalls, we'll have a look at those. Hraunfossar are a series of waterfalls formed by a rivulet streaming over a distance of about 900 metres out of the Halmandaran. The waterfalls come from an underground freshwater river and goes down the Hraunfossar into the White River Havita. There we go, there's a couple of facts for today. Yeah, got a bit of cloud to go through. If I just load up the map very quickly, you can see this is where we've been. We need to get around to there, so we're currently just sort of crossing the bay. We're going to head up this way and start following the coast back down here. That's the plan. And then we'll come in, depending on the wind, we will probably come in for runway 32, I believe it is. Yes, runway 32 on a heading of 321. That would be good because we'll come around here and we can line ourselves up for 321. Perfect. So, we will continue. Like I said, I really hope we'll get through this cloud pretty quickly so you can actually see something. It's a little bit boring at the moment, I agree. All there is cloud, 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 cloud. But I can see from active sky that we should be through it quite soon. So yeah, back onto a bit of a time lapse again, and check in with you probably once we've finished making our way across the bay. Okay, so I did say we were going to follow the coastline, but I saw this in the distance and I decided that this was just, far too beautiful to be ignored. Apart from that line straight down the middle, I obviously couldn't see that. And this is absolutely stunning. So I'm afraid I'm just going to mess through my views very quickly. But I really want a screenshot of this. Right, I think we'll go with that one. Honestly, this is just superb. Absolutely stunning. It is beautiful. Anyway, now that I've finished messing around, let's switch over to 270 and we'll catch back up with the coast of it. It was pointed out to me by someone who watched that I could probably do with adjusting the shadows because they're looking a bit jagged. However, I completely forgot to actually install what they told me to, so for today I apologise, shadows are still a little bit jagged. You can see them here. Just, yeah, not very smooth. But I will get those sorted. Right, let's just go another 10 degrees. I can see that the wind is 287 at 7, so we've now got a pretty heavy headwind actually. But it's not so bad. And if we zoom out, we still can't see BIPA. Odd. We're definitely not that far away from it, I don't think. What I'll do is I'll put a direct to. In fact, zoom in so you guys can see that. I can only just see it, to be fair. And I've got it on a big monitor, so it's probably better to make it bigger for anyone who might be watching on a phone or a smaller monitor. BIPA, that is correct. Activate. Okay, so it now says we are only 29 nautical miles. It's not bad. But of course we're going to follow the coastline to do this, so we're not going to be taking the direct route. But yeah, this really is stunning, isn't it? Look at that. It's absolutely amazing. If it wasn't for the colours, I would probably never leave Iceland again. The colouring is just going to take me so long to fix for the entire island. But the ortho in general is absolutely phenomenal. Cannot believe how good it is, to be honest. More cloud cover. More clouds, just what we always needed. Let's go back to here. Let's go to this view again. Alright, let's crack on a little bit further. I will adjust the heading when needed, but for now let's just continue on around the coast. I reckon we've got about 15-minute more flying time before we start turning inland, so got a bit more time to enjoy the coastline, even if there are plenty of clouds at the moment. We should be out of the clouds though very soon, I can see it. So yeah, enjoy some coastline flying. Okay, so we're in the cloud again. I really need to investigate why it is that the clouds are updating, because they shouldn't be. SkyMax Pro does tell them not to do that, but they seem to be doing it anyway. So, it is about time that we made a little turn. We need to turn over there. Let's say if we turn to a heading of around 310, that should be adequate for now. The actual runway heading is going to be 321. But all I want to do really is just get along the coast. Jeez, we can't even see the coast. Yeah, about 8.9 nautical miles. The thing is, I don't want to start descending yet. Not while I can't see anything. That's the problem. This cloud cover is pretty thick. How's our wind? Currently got a headwind. So, let's check the weather at the airport. 259 at 6 knots, that's the wind. Visibility 10 nautical miles. Overcast at 3,000 feet. Temperature 7. Dew point 1. No precipitation. And altimeter is 1012. So, let's get the altimeter set up. There we go, 1012, nice. Yeah. Can we see something now? Can we see something? Oh yeah, we can. So the airport should be somewhere over there. Just not sure where, to be honest. But yeah, like I said, it's on a heading of 320, 321. Let's just zoom up. Only 10 miles away. So I would expect that we could see it. Is that it there? Nope, that's a road. Don't try to land there. Yeah, so in this case, then, maybe it's on the opposite side. Let's just go back to the aircraft and have a look at the map. Okay, so it's basically straight ahead of us. So if we turn now, we turn north, perhaps even 30 degrees, we should see it soon. The only problem is we're coming in, we're at 4,000 feet, and I do not believe for 1 second that we can actually descend right now. That could be it down there then, possibly. Only 7 miles away. So I guess it's on the other side of this ridge. Yes, it is. It says 14 and 32. So at the moment, we're not coming in for the right angle either. So we need to really come in from the valley by there. Okay, in that case, I think I know what we can do. For now, let's turn east. Or not completely east. We'll go to around 070. Oh, that's 070, just there. This way we should be able to come in on descent. So plan is to come up here, turn in and descend, and we should have a high enough line to do that, I hope. It's a nice little valley down here. And the airport must be over there where the clouds are. Oh no, a bit more forward apparently. But definitely on this side. So it's down here somewhere. Suppose we'll be able to see it in a couple of minutes when we actually get into the right sort of area. Look at this. Ridiculous. This is all coming from Google. Everything. I haven't used any other sources. So I don't know why Google gets the colours so wrong. It's a little bit silly that they can't manage to make their own colours match. Obviously I don't intend it to be used for things like this, but even still, you would think that things would match. And there's the runway. Okay. Well, that's good. That means we now have a good idea of where we're heading. And I think we can start descending. We've got plenty of room here to descend. I think we're about 1,500 feet above. We'll keep the mixture leaned while we descend. No reason to put extra fuel into the system because we don't need to speed up. And we're just going to go basically right down to the end of the valley here, and we'll come in. Let me get back to this view. We'll go to the end of the valley, and then we'll come in on a long approach over the bay. That should give us plenty of time to line the aircraft up, get the flaps out, slow down, make any adjustments that are required, and yeah, it should be good. I'll keep it on autopilot just while we're trying to do the descent, because in this sort of area I don't want any mistakes made. Yeah, start turning now. Or maybe not just yet, actually. We're still not at 3,000 feet. I think once we hit 3,000, we'll begin turning. Runway heading is 321. Oh. Okay, so now is the time, apparently, for us to go back to full rich mixture, and we'll just pull the throttle back. As we pass certain flight levels, you get more or less oxygen in the system, so you need to adjust the mixture accordingly. Right. Let's turn ourselves to 360. Perhaps not. Perhaps let's turn to 300. I'm aiming for water after all, not land. Okay, yeah, we are still quite a long way off. And we're approaching 2,000 feet. I'll try and follow this coast as much as possible, really. Try and sort of hug the coastline. Of course, I've got to be wary of the fact that there are rather large hills right next to me. So I'm dancing through the views there. Okay, 2,000 feet and 4 nautical miles. We should get that descent rate down to 1,000 and pull the throttle back a lot more. I think if we start to line ourselves up, like I said, runway heading is 3, 2, 1. Actually, we could probably do with being by here because we need to line ourselves up. Right, 1,000 feet. Let's bring this back to 500 feet per minute. And let's get the adjustments made just roughly before I take autopilot off. Speed is dropping, so first and second set of flaps. Let's just go all the way down and let the autopilot deal with this. We are going to need a bit more engine power though. Okay, autopilot off. I now have command. I think we're actually a bit too low. Of course we are off to the side as well. I'm going to put a bit more engine power in. And we'll start just adjusting ourselves for the heading, for the runway. Okay. Less than almost 1.5 miles to go, and we've got 500 feet. Starting to come in line. I think we're doing okay at the moment. But I might be speaking too soon, really. Let me just adjust the position as usual. Okay. So we are now a little bit too high. I held us up a little bit too long. This is okay. Whoops. That's a bit jerky though. I think we can still do this. We are a bit too high. But this is only a Cessna. Okay. Put the engine revs back up a little. Oh wow, this runway is a bit sloped. Oh my goodness, we just got air. And again. I think the ortho has made a mess of this runway. Let's try and get onto a flat bit. Well, we're down. That's always good news. A bit of a long landing, but it's not so bad. Yeah, plane this size, don't really have to worry so much about runway length, I suppose. So that's the flaps coming up, and I believe this is somewhere we can turn. That's what it looks like. Okay, so I think there's a better way to go. But we'll go this way because I've already started. Oops. These gravel taxiways are not good. I think there is actually a concrete and asphalt taxiway there that I've just completely neglected to use. Okay. As we're off the runway, it should have probably turned these off already. Landing lights and strobes off. We can turn the avionics off. Leave the alternator on for now. Oh yes, this is a much better runway surface. Okay. Parking brake on, alternator off. Let's cut the throttle, pull the mixture back, switch to off, get the beacons off, pitot heat can definitely come off, batteries, and nav. So we are here. Next time, we will be flying a rather short route. It will take a little bit longer than you may think, because we're not going to be going direct, but we're going to be doing a shorter route, possibly without any time lapses, but we'll have to see about that. So for now, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.